Hello, how's it going? My name is Potato, and today I will be going over the map of Dead Cliffs as a sniper. I will be going over the general playstyle of the sniper, how to play effectively as a sniper on this map in both trials, survival, and in tournaments as well for 3v3 clash game modes. Mostly focusing on the sniper lanes you take, how to manipulate respawns, and some of the off angles you can hold on this map to get an advantage over your opponents. So to start off, in most general game modes that you play, you're going to have two spawns, inside mills and inside back trucks right here. Nobody, at the very start of a game at least, spawns over at B unless you're playing Rumble. I'll be going over how you would play the map at the very beginning, what lanes you should take, what the power positions are for the map for the most part, and I'll be starting off from the mills side. As a sniper, if you spawn mills, there's generally two ways I always like going to. First things first, I never like going down to the lower dark area, this hallway down here. I do not like taking this angle usually because everybody always pre-nades it, they always pre-aim it from inside. So I have two things I like doing. I play top tree Dawn, so I love to float out here, get this very early angle for anybody that's pushing top left inside with their snipers, or tries to slide out down here, or all the way at the back. If you're playing people that you don't know, they do not know you, first round of any game, I would 100% recommend you fly out here as a top tree Dawn, because it just cuts off a massive part of the map. This lane right there that you can get with your top tree Dawn grenade, you cut off the whole map from the enemy team. They can't push out of their spawn effectively if you get up there and they do not know you're there. If you don't play top tree Dawn, one of my favorite things to go to is this catwalk right here. A lot of people in tournaments have actually deemed the spot Potato spot. Even before top tree Dawn was a thing, I would go up here, sit on this lane right here, right behind this wall, post up right here and wait for someone to slide out. Since a lot of people love to, from that spawn up there, jump up here and slide out like this, looking towards the lower, this is a free pick. If you're sitting up there, that's just a free shot that you can take, and if you get the kill, great, your team can push. If not, you miss your shot, that's unlucky, but that's one of the easiest shots you're gonna get in this game. If you're going up here and it's not working out for you, if they're just either ignoring you and killing your teammates or they're out sniping you, the other major thing you would do is go on the left side and push with your team. This map is a very sniper dominated map in the terms of the first pick is almost always gotten with a sniper if either of the snipers has ammo. It's very hard to get a hand cannon duel in this map where you actually commit to a kill on it. If you push on the left side, usually one thing that everybody likes doing that I would recommend is sliding all the way back here and trying to get a pick on that pillar. That's a very common angle for people to peek, place a rift behind especially. This pillar right here and that pillar up top there are two of the most common rift spots. You should always be ready for someone to peek behind that with a rift with a hand cannon and get a free pick there. And if not, you can head glitch on the top left of this little dirt mound right there. You can get a head glitch right here if they're peeking from the right side and you can headshot them. They can do that to you as well, but it goes both ways for any angle you take. That's the way I would start off if you were to spawn at mills. If you were to spawn over at truck spawn, if you're a good sniper, I would recommend you first slide back here and make sure nobody's flying out as a top tree Dawn. If you're playing against a top tree Dawn sniper, you have to make sure you check for that. And if nobody's there, jump up here, try and clear this angle. They're going to be watching, so be ready for that, but try and clear this angle, try and take the fight if you are confident in your sniper shot. If they're not there, you've taken control of this part of the map right here, this catwalk. If you see pings on radar, call for a grenade right here or around there, and it might force someone to slide out. If you don't want to take control of the left side of the map, first off, if you're top tree Dawnblade and you spawn back here with your Icarus skating, which you do by jumping in the air, pressing your jump button and dashing right after you press your jump button, you can use that to get a very, very quick angle. If you do it perfectly, you can get here before enemies cross to the left side of B. So you can try your luck with a pick here. You're gonna most likely find someone jumping in the air around that area, that height, and you can try and get a pick there. Watch out for grenades, because this is a very common pre-nade spot if they know you like peeking that. And if you get tagged by a grenade and then headshot once or twice by a hand cannon, you'll just end up dying and giving the enemy team the round effectively. So the next thing I'm going to talk about is the common sniper lanes that you're going to be taking, apart from those initial sniper lanes that I told you about, where either you go on the left side, you go on the right side, try and get a pick from there. There's a lot more common sniper lanes that are more mid-round focused. If you're in the middle of the round, if teams have different amounts of control, there's a lot of good angles that you can get to try and pick off one of the people that's pushing with a hand cannon or trying to kill your teammates, or the sniper too. If you're holed up in the back trucks area, one thing I would recommend as a spot is to sit up here inside truck's house. Truck house is usually what I call this. There are so many angles that you can see from here. It's actually incredible. You can see top catwalk. If you walk out on top of catwalk, this right here is a very powerful angle if they're trying to hide inside of the mills house right here. That angle right here, nobody's going to expect it. That's a very solid angle to snipe if you know for a fact that there's no sniper in catwalk. If there's a sniper in catwalk, you are going to die, so always be wary of that. This right here is a powerful lane too for getting a solid angle into the window room. You can see the back of this this window room all the way inside of Mills. Just sitting here as a sniper is an insanely powerful like play position, because if you have your shotgun teammates sitting around Ivy just trying to get a hand cannon pick, if one of them gets weak and decides to jump back, or if both of them get weak, the enemy team's going to want to push off of that. And if you have their angle holding right here, you can get a pick on someone that's trying to either push in to the right side, trying to cross, trying to push close with a shotgun right there. You can have a grenade that you can throw from in here to block off the back if they have a rift set up right there. There's a lot of stuff you can do from that angle. It's a very powerful angle to just sit in here. Other than that, another very versatile angle, if the enemy team wants to set up inside of Mills, because a lot of teams do like to sit inside of right here, is all the way back here, right by connector. If you have your teammates either pushed up on the left side or the right side, and you're trying to get the enemy team to rotate out, setting up right here, telling your teammates, can you guys show presence on top right side, and I'll try and get a pick on, or top left side, I'll try and get a pick on the right side, and then you either hold this angle, hold lower, hold back here even if you want to play safe. These types of angles where you have a lot of map control from one angle, you can see a lot of the map from this angle with very little rotation. These types of angles are perfect for snipers. This angle is one of the best. You have cover over half of the map from just back here, and if your teammates get weak on the left side, for example, you can always just jump up here, try and help them out on catwalk or lower. So overall, either in here, in connector, or inside of truck house right here, those are two very, very good positions to snipe from. And as always, right up here, like I said, in catwalk or potato spot as a lot of people call it, this is the third powerful position, at least for a top 3 Dawnblade player. If your teammates are both pushed up all the way towards B and they're applying pressure right here, and you're trying to get a pick on the top right side, it's very often that people are going to be either sliding back and forth on the box, people are going to be sitting on catwalk, you might catch an angle, catch a guy off guard, stuff like that. That's a very powerful spot to sit right here. So those are the powerful sniper spots to hold, but that's not all you should be doing as a sniper. One major thing as a sniper is that you are the person that needs to get the first pick about 75-80% of the time. It's very hard in the current meta of the game with rifts and hand cannons, you know, jumping out away from taking quick peeks and jumping out when you're weak. It's very hard to kill someone with a hand cannon, so the sniper is usually the one that needs to actually get the kill. And on Dead Cliffs, there's one way that so far almost every time has worked, for me at least, and that's going on a long flank. One of the most common situations is the enemy or your team is set up in this quadrant of the map and the other team is set up towards B, and you're just fighting it out right here, fighting the pillar, fighting inside of rifts for the most part, try not to pick the sniper that's sitting inside the A house. One thing that you could do is tell your two teammates, hey, can you guys both sit right here? Don't die, but make sure they know that you're both here. And that's going to put a lot of pressure on the opponents to keep watching that angle, and while they're doing that, you can do this from both sides. You go on the catwalk all the way around, try not to jump, try not to double jump, because they can hear your double jumps from across the map if there's not a lot of action going on, and you get the very long angle. Or if you're on this side of the map and you get the long angle through here, if you go up onto the gold box, you can get a very easy shot on someone that's either behind that, behind the box. A lot of people like playing close corner behind that pillar too. It's always good to try and get a different angle on people if you're trying to get a pick, because peeking the same lanes all the time is just going to lead to wasting sniper ammo for the most part, since people can flinch you off of most shots. If you know you don't have much time, if you need to get back to your teammates, you could also try and go for a very quick flank. Tell your teammates, can you guys apply pressure in connector, make noise, like push up, place a Titan barricade close if you have a Titan in your team, and that'll force a lot of attention to go their way. People might aim down sights, ignore their radar, and you can go for a very quick flank rather than going for a long flank and try and shoot them in the back of the head right here. Or if you're sitting back here and your teammate calls, one guy's weak on their side of the map, you quickly go through lower, you get the shot on them, because when someone's weak and your teammates are applying pressure right here, they're gonna fall back and they're gonna go behind this box 90% of the time. Either behind the box or behind that pillar, but most of the time it's behind this box, and you can get a very free kill if they're weak if you just peek lower dark. Now, I'm gonna go into some of the off angles you can hold in this map. There's a lot of off angles, and by off angles I mean either unusual angles that nobody will expect, or even like spots that can be one and done spots that'll get you a kill but you can't use them again. So I'll be rotating throughout the map, basically going through all of the ones that I know. And I'll start off back here. If you get a good jump going, you can jump on top of this door frame right here. If you walk back to the left side a bit, you uncrouch, you'll see people's heads walking out of that lower door right down there. And this is a very good off angle for getting maybe one kill, possibly two if you have enough ammo when you hit the shots. It's a very difficult shot to hit, but this is a very nice off angle if you know that they're going to be pushing lower dark if your teammates are weak, for example. I'm gonna not actually rotate around, I'm gonna go up here. I know this is not a very sniper focused angle, but even if you're a sniper, you can make this work. You can sit on top of the small bar and basically get a either headshot body melee on someone if you're, well, any class, or if you happen to be a shotgunner, this is the one shotgun centric tip. You can just shotgun someone or sniper body shot melee, it doesn't matter. It's a very solid angle for getting the first shot or two off people that do not know you're there. In the case of one of the stalemates that I was talking about from here to here, you can stand on top of this pillar right here and you'll get a free 2 hand cannon shots at the very least, and the first person that peeks 9 times out of 10. So that's a very solid angle to use. It's a very one and done situation though. You can also shoot through this gap right here towards anywhere in the back if you happen to push up. Moving back over here, there is an off angle through this tiny gap right here. If you're pushed up and they're sitting back mills, you can use this with your sniper or a hand cannon to try and get a pick on someone that's sitting in the back. On this end of the map, if you were pushed up a catwalk towards the left side of mills, you can sit on top of this door frame right here if you happen to want to get a cheesy kill. If they're pushing you and you're a sniper, you're out of ammo, you can maybe get a body shot, headshot melee with your hand cannon or a body shot sniper melee. Same with this one right here. It's not the most viable strategy, but it'll work sometimes, and that's the point of off angles. It's not always somewhere where you go to, but if you keep in mind that these spots exist, the situation will come up eventually that you'll be able to use it on and get a kill. Another good off angle is right up here. If you are top tree downblade and using your grenade, rather than floating all the way out and in the open, you can sit up here behind some of the cover of the bushes. You can see basically everything you can see by floating out there, but it's harder to spot you. You can also see into the doorway on the bottom right, which is very, very unexpected if you're the enemy team, I'm not gonna lie. Let me just show you how that would look, where they would have to look to see you if they're peeking that doorway. If you can make that spot work, that's gonna be almost a guaranteed kill. They would have to look all the way up there to see you. If they're peeking this with a sniper, for example, they're gonna be holding this lane. They have to flick up and headshot you to one-shot kill you while you're holding the angle for the kill. The next spot is going to be through here as an off angle. A lot of people love to place rifts right over there when they are fighting people. If your teammates get aggressive on the right side and you know that, you can use your grenade, you can float up here, and you can shoot down at your enemies. Bullets actually go through the center area. Also, if you have one, just pop up and throw a grenade. Last but not least, I'm not even sure if this is going to be allowed in the video. I'm not sure if they want to be showing this off. You can float out here. As a top tree downblade, you can do it without top tree, but you have to be a warlock as far as I've been able to test. You can float on... Okay. Make sure you get somewhat level with this tree and then go forward, hold W, release it when you start clambering up, and you can sit on top of this tree in the back of the map. If you get out here, you are going to be able to pretty easily get a round win. If you have your teammates sitting in the back, you put on a scout rifle and try and scout rifle your enemies, they're not going to be able to shoot back at you. Even with a sniper, it's pretty hard to kill you. Another off angle that I didn't mention is if you're pushed all the way back to your spawn and you have to play passive, for example, if you have a sleeper pushing in from the right side, you have your teammates pushing out left, you can go all the way back here on this wood walkway that's broken. You can sit down here and they're not going to see you. You're going to occasionally ping on the radar, but it's going to be really hard to find you. So for example, if you want to pop a sleeper behind them as they're pushing in from the right, you can do that. That's going to be it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something new. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We just created the channel pretty recently with the release of the montage. Other than that, hope everybody has a good day, and I will see you in the next video.